Here's how my client went from this to this to this by not navigating it alone but changing her approach. So let me walk you through the long-term sustainable recomp model. Lil came to me with the goal of getting lean but building muscle and had no idea where to start. So I guided her through a focused mini cut to get to here. Then comes phase 2. We moved into a slow, steady building and maintenance phase. Trained 4 times per week, ate to fuel her body and committed to building her physique. Of course, we focused on getting super strong during this time through structured training and nutrition. During this phase, she still stayed lean, steadily gained a few kilos, but most importantly, strength and muscle mass. When we entered the next deficit phase, she revealed leaner, stronger, and more toned physique because she had built the muscle mass by spending more time out of the deficit. Now she can happily maintain a lean, strong, and toned physique year-round because she understands how to implement fat loss strategically, not all the time. Like all our clients, she's equipped with a long-term recomp lifestyle for life. So let this be your reminder, you don't need more work, you need a smarter plan, smart programming, structured phases, more time out of a deficit, and a coach to take the guesswork out for you. Here's how my client Denny went from this to this, losing 6 kg in 12 weeks with a simple, sustainable, and enjoyable plan. Denny came to me with a clear goal. She wanted to recomp and transform her physique in just 12 weeks. And as a busy mom herself, she needed something that was simple, sustainable, and effective. And of course, you know what MassFit is about. No strict macros, no rigid calories, simple and effective training program, and the support to follow. Because the flexibility was built around Denny's life. Not only did we use calorie ranges, we had 1 maintenance day per week, which allowed Denny to easily enjoy date night without derailing her fat loss progress. Use my flexible nutrition framework, many of the MassFit recipes, really enjoyed the process and the clear result to follow. We also made a smart training shift. Denny started with home training, wanted to take things to the next level. So we did transition to gym workouts, only training 2 to 3 times per week to accelerate her strength and body composition goals. And as you can see, the result, a stronger, leaner, more confident, and educated version of Denny in just 12 weeks and beyond, because we have been able to maintain these results and build upon what we've done. And this is what sustainable transformations look like. And if you're ready to be next, read the caption for more. I achieved a total body recomposition result last year, and one of the most common questions I get is, can you lose body fat and build muscle at the same time? Well, recent research has showed, now there is a lot of nuance here, so I'm going to break it down as simple and short as possible. In short, yes, you can, but for a lot of people, and depending on where you're starting, you always want to run the full course of recomp. Let me explain. Around here, we're focusing on long-term results and always building upon it. So if that does mean initially running a deficit phase, you are still going to focus on getting stronger. You're still going to focus on building muscle. But once you reach the end fat loss goal, you probably want to enter a strategic maintenance phase to then build more muscle mass and actually maintain your fat loss result long term. Down the track, another mini cut, you're going to look even leaner. But recent research has showed that even just a small calorie deficit paired with high quality training, enough to get a simultaneous body recomp effect where you're building muscle mass and dropping body fat at the same time. Even in my recomp phase last year, I definitely built some muscle mass and I clearly dropped some body fat as well. So is it possible? Yes, but it does take the right strategy. A lot of people think they have a nutrition problem. Body recomp strategically focuses on the training and nutrition working simultaneously together. When we think about building muscle, the main catalyst and stimulus for that is actually going to be through our training. If you're someone who is new to training, you are especially going to get the best body recomp results. So if you are thinking about joining the gym or you are currently maybe fluffing around, I highly encourage you to invest in a strategically built hypertrophy training program. If you have a lot more body fat to lose, then definitely pair it with a sustainable calorie deficit, or really focus on getting as strong as possible at maintenance. Over here, I teach sustainable fat loss, body recomposition, how to actually maintain your results long term. So make sure you comment recomp below and I'll send my 4-step framework straight to your inbox. I completely transformed my body composition in months, but here is the part that not enough people are talking about and the real truth behind this before and after photo. So you can drop the body fat, you can build muscle, have your clothes fit better, see the difference in photos, but we don't just get leaner for the sake of it. And this is the one thing that I will not shut up about, and that is the real life impact of what getting in shape actually brings to our life. Don't just mean physically going to social events, not questioning what you're wearing, showing up in photos, just posting things, even the way that I show up online. Literally in every area of your life, if you're one type of person to have the follow through to do things and to actually reinforce the identity of someone who does carry themselves in a certain way to a high standard, it literally bleeds into every other area in your life. And confidence, clarity in every scenario, but one of the most important ones is building that self-trust with yourself. Actually possible when you back yourself, when you prioritize a goal, you actually achieve it, you stop cutting corners, blaming external circumstances, and actually take ownership for your wins as well. Then I really believe if you can actually feel this firsthand, you would always want to make that decision earlier. You would really see the impact of what not saying I'm going to start over every single Monday. And this is the part that no one puts in their before and after photos. A huge reflection of how you show up in every area, and a huge reminder that getting in great shape, it isn't vanity, it is just setting the standard for the life that you want to live, how you want to show up. And I truly believe there is so many layers to actually achieving a result like this. This is the kind of fitness before and after that is not spoken about enough, and I'm totally exposing myself. And no, this wasn't Botox, this wasn't cutting out sugar, this wasn't an Instagram filter. This is what happens when you actually adopt a healthy and sustainable approach to fitness. Every other area in your life will improve in terms of how you show up, the clothes you wear, how you actually present yourself. And let me remind you, this is not just about fat loss. Let me explain the difference between these two images. One woman was fighting her body every single day. She was chronically stressed, under eating, overeating, stuck in a yo-yo cycle, low energy, low self-confidence, and just not feeling good in herself. I was also training, eating really well, running on empty, and just calling it discipline, but I wasn't healthy and I wasn't happy. Versus actually investing in myself, in my health, finding a sustainable approach, having better energy, being healthier, and generally being the most confident I've ever been. And truly, the physique is just a byproduct of all of it. A huge reminder, when you do it properly and you stop running on empty and find an approach that works, actually building is a version of yourself that has more to give. With work, with fitness, with health, with how you walk into rooms. This is exactly what I help women build, not just look great in their bodies, but the lifestyle and the physique that truly lasts.
I decided to work with Emily because I had tried losing weight on my own, doing exercises and eating healthily. And I think I was eating healthily, but I couldn't do it on my own, and stumbled across Emily, and I really resonated with her. I've been with her quite some time. It took a while to get into the mindset and have all the knowledge to actually make a change. Really supportive, not going to be hard on you, for just going to say, wipe your slate clean, like get back on track today, tick your 3 boxes, your nutrition, training, really positive environment. Definitely join. She will make a positive impact on your life. Definitely join. Just if you're thinking about it, don't think about it. Just join up because you will not regret it. Very happy with my experience with Emily. I will be continuing with her for a little while longer yet.
Sustainable body recomposition is dominating 2026, so let me teach you how my clients are getting toned, strong, and confident after trying everything. Like how my client Amelia got in the best shape of her life after trying every diet, sustainably lost 9 kg, and is the most confident and healthiest she's ever been. Or my client Zoe that is down 15 kilos for life and hasn't just lost weight but has completely transformed her physique. Just like hundreds of other women who have done the same, let me teach you how it's possible as well. And this is through structured and high quality strength training, only training 2 to 4 times per week, a flexible nutrition approach using calorie cycling and ranging, and the most important one, the plan beyond dieting, because fat loss is a phase, but where we make most progress and want to spend most of our time is actually out of the deficit, building shape, building muscle mass, and maintaining our results long term. Tried everything and you want to get in the best shape of your life, you need to learn this approach. So make sure you hit that follow button and I'll teach you everything that I know.
There's not enough words. Honestly, transformational. Like, completely different person now. So yeah, I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm more confident. Wearing something like this never would have happened a year ago. So I'm very happy now. Yeah. This is like, honestly, I've been confident enough to walk in and actually feel like I deserve to be in the room has been like amazing. The biggest takeaway, I probably wasn't eating enough when I first started. But now I actually have, I now know what to eat, when to eat, and sort of stuff like that, and actually how to fuel properly. It was making sure I was hitting the right foods and getting the right nutrients. Yeah. Em has been really comforting and consistent with everything. So if you ever need her help, it's been the main thing, being able to actually contact you and be able to be I'm struggling, and you actually be there to support me has been awesome. Why not? Just give it a go. You can keep turning the same wheel that you're doing at the moment and still get the same results that you've currently got, but actually invest in it, as someone there to support you and actually guide you. That's my main favorite. Yeah.
I remember when I first reached out to my coach, I wanted to take my results to the next level, but I was stuck in my own ways with wanting to build muscle, going back to a diet, and just constantly yo-yoing between that, not making any progress with both my mindset, my physique, my actual eating habits as well. And I stayed stuck, and I inevitably burnt out through that. So one thing I do notice with clients that come to me is those who say are already training, wanting to take that to the next level, be able to actually train less and see better results, because why waste time in the gym when you can be efficiently making better progress training less? That's always my philosophy now as well, coming from someone who trained 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes 7. And what I really have noticed is just having structure with what phase we're in, where we're wanting to take this, and mapping out more of a 12-month approach rather than we're just going to run fat loss for a few weeks and then, see you later. Like, we are playing the long-term game, and through that, actually seeing better results, having better mental clarity. So obviously coaching isn't just about setting up timelines, getting results. It is driving you every single day. It is not keeping you where you are, and it is also just giving you that peace of mind that you need and clarity on a daily basis. But beyond that as well, eliminates the second guessing. It keeps you driven, it keeps you progressing, and you always have something to fall back on, and you always have a reason as to why something isn't working. That is the clarity that I always needed, because I am very data driven. I want my clients to be data driven as well, so we can see all these metrics in place and give the clear roadmap of where we're going to take things. If you feel like you've hit a little bit of a plateau, or right now, if you're someone who is wanting to pursue fat loss but you're still probably needing a maintenance phase, we can structure that for you in terms of like when we can take diet breaks, when we can actually spend time accelerating our progress in the gym, and obviously baked within all of this, improving your relationship with food, knowing how to fuel your body, numbers and things like that, all worked within it. So that was definitely the clarity that I needed back in the day. I didn't just need knowledge, I needed something that was built for me. I needed someone to be able to ask questions to as well, and ultimately tell me what I needed to hear all the time there as well. How long did it take me to lose 9 kg? I have gotten this question a few times, and truth is, it took quite a long time. It took some months, and obviously I did take diet breaks in between, and that was all structured and everything like that. Of course, progress feels slow at times, but that is kind of the point. So if you have a fitness goal, you're either playing the forever game or you're always stuck in a cycle of constantly stopping and starting over. That is reality, and I always just want to give you a little bit of perspective on that as well, of like, well, what is our other choice? Like, if we know factually it's going to take a long period of time, for reference, I'm going to get a bit nutrition sciencey here. 9 kilos would equal a deficit of 70,000 calories. So naturally, we know it's going to take time. There is no quick fix to that. And that's why I love fitness at the end of the day. But we'll get to that in a second. So what is our other option? We can either stay where we are, we can constantly give up when it feels a little bit hard, or we don't want to put in the... But that's also why when we have a goal, we want to take the sustainable route where that transition to maintenance or even the process itself just feels really aligned with our lifestyle and our daily habits are enjoyable at the end of the day. Like, I look back and I'm like, I live my life just very similar now anyway. So second to that is we're going to go through periods where we're not seeing any progress whatsoever, but those that always push through and don't give up when things get hard are the ones that are always going to be rewarded at the end of the day, because fitness, health, nutrition, it is an honest game. Your input is exactly what you're going to get out of it. So nutrition doesn't care if you're not feeling like it that day, or if you're if you're not putting in the work, then you're not going to reap the benefits from that as well. So it is you versus you at the end of the day, but that is definitely why having structure with it, not giving up when things get hard, and going through plateaus is all part of the process there as well.
I am 9 kilos down, I've lost body fat, I have more muscle mass, and I'm the strongest I've ever been inside and out, and I am damn proud of this transformation, so let's chat about it. Honestly, if you've been following along, you've watched this all unfold in real time. The foods that I eat, the way that I train, quality of life that I maintain, but everything changed for me when I stopped trying to shrink myself and started chasing body recomposition. I shifted my why, I focused on building lifelong sustainable habits, took a minimalistic approach that actually works, and more women really need to hear about it. I've been skinny fat with zero muscle, I've also been 10 kilos heavier. This be proof and your sign that you don't need to suffer to get results. You just need to master the basics, have a plan, and follow through with it. Although we know nutrition is going to be a big factor when it comes to results, I also want you to focus on your training. And so many women miss the mark on this, because in order to be lean, strong, and toned, you need to have muscle mass on your brain. Let this be your sign to stop chasing extreme, because your dream physique, better health, and a more confident version of you is just waiting on the other side of that. These are the exact same methods that I teach within one-to-one coaching, so let me show you results like this are possible for you as well.
Welcome back to the Deficit Diaries. Let's do a full recap. So anyone that's been keeping up, in October I did an 8-week mini cut. I lost around 4 to 5 kilos in this time. Since then, I'm back in my fat loss phase. I had that diet break over Christmas, over the new year, and I've only just started recently in the lead up to losing around 9-10 kilos total. I'm not focused on the actual scale weight number itself because the goal is to look and feel a certain way. But yeah, we're sitting around that mark, and I'm going to post a photo of my before and after so far. But what I do want to highlight in this time is it's been structured, it's been sustainable, and I have made significant progress in the gym. Like, I've been training for nearly a decade now. I didn't think it was possible to get this strong, to add that much weight to my RDL. I'm now doing lat pull down 60 kilos. I've never touched that weight in my life, and I'm in a deficit. So if you're someone who thinks, and I used to think this as well, that being a deficit means that you get weaker, means that energy is depleted, means that you feel like kind of shitty, then change your approach, change your mindset, and invest in a plan. As well, for myself, I am following a 6-1 approach with my nutrition, which means I have 6 days in an effective deficit, effectively pulling from fat storage, 1 refeed day per week. And I really have noticed a difference with that refeed day in terms of just feeling more, in a way, motivated, more energized, restoring my glycogen cells. I'm fueling well for my sessions and going in week to week, just feeling really good, feeling really well, and absolutely crushing it at the end of the day. So main takeaways with this is fat loss still should be short, sharp, and direct, because we don't want to fluff around, end up in no man's land, and mentally diet and not actually gain any physical result from that. I see this all the time with a lot of people who come to me who are like, I'm in a deficit, I'm not losing weight, and it really just takes a new system and a new plan in place that actually is a lot simpler than you think. Please, what I ask of you is drop me any comments. I will respond with a video, and I'll respond to you personally if you do have any questions around fat loss, around body recomp, around any coaches for me being a fat loss coach, nutritionist, a personal trainer. I'm all across it, and this is what I help hundreds of women with. So yeah, looking forward to hearing from you.
Having a plan for what happens after the fat loss phase is just as important as the fat loss phase itself. Take my client Tara here as an example. Every time I post about Tara, you guys are absolutely blown away by her transformation, and for a good reason. It is absolutely incredible. Tara has lost over 40 kilos and 6 months later has not only been able to maintain these results, but has excelled them even further and changed her body composition in the process. She's done the one thing that most people fail to do when it comes to solidifying their transformation, is to not stop once they've reached their goal. She has continued the same habits, brought the same momentum, and has gone after her goals just as she did with her fat loss phase, which has only been a byproduct of loving the new identity she's creating, loving her lifestyle, and just feeling so good in her skin. With this newfound confidence, why would you want to go back when you look and feel absolutely incredible? She's kept the same habits, locked into this lifestyle, and chased performance goals in the gym over pursuing fat loss further. Let me tell you, she has been so damn consistent. Trains 4 times a week, and in our 8+ months together, I don't think she's missed a single session. Most importantly, she hasn't made extreme sacrifices. She's still enjoying her favorite foods. She now eats around 2,500 calories, and she has been for the past 6 months. And although her weight hasn't changed too much in this time, her body comp results have been absolutely exceptional. So why do my clients get such incredible results, and what is the key to be able to maintain your transformation too? And let me tell you, it's not the perfect macro split, it's not motivation or discipline, it's all about your mindset and the identity that you create within the program. Living a lifestyle you love, building healthy habits, and cementing this transformation is truly going to be what's different for you this time. Or if you're someone who's always chasing the quick fix, looking for the next diet, gaining and losing the same weight but can never maintain these results long term, I am not going to be that for you, and I want to teach you my methods. Because I do what most programs and fitness apps miss. Before looking at nutritional training, you need to master your mindset and learn what it takes to actually transform. Because if we don't change what's going on inside and with our habits, no external transformation will ever stick for you. If you're tired of starting over, you're ready to build a lifestyle you love, see insane results, and actually maintain them, then it's finally time to become her, and I'll see you inside the program. I'm achieving my dream physique in 2025, and here is my fat loss update. So to give a little bit of a backstory, watch the previous videos, but I have made the decision of running this phase for another 8 weeks, seeing what progress I can make in that time, and knowing I do actually have plenty of time to achieve my goals is always reassuring, but I'm still approaching it with a great sense of urgency because my goals are important and I do want to get there as quick as I can, but obviously not going too fast where I'm still not enjoying the process, I'm not enjoying my social life, and I'm still able to optimize my training performance. So I really have created a really nice sweet spot with accelerating my progress but not going too fast. Update is over the fortnight, I honestly haven't seen a major drop, which is okay, and this isn't unheard of for me when it comes to fat loss phases. I will also mention I already am quite lean. I don't need to drop body fat, so every half kilo is going to be quite significant on my frame. I compare progress photos and progress videos, actually seeing significant changes, which is really, really awesome. And what I do want to highlight here is in this time, I do expect to lose around 4 kilos, and that is going to look pretty drastic on me. But if you're someone who is quite, say, overweight to begin with, 5 kilos on you may not be as significant. And what I want to get at here is comparing your results to your results, your progress to your progress, and not looking at anyone else's data when it comes to your results. Same with my clients. When I'm comparing what progress is for them, I'm looking at their data and not comparing it to any other client. And because I'm following a 6-1 approach to eat for rapid fat loss, go back and watch my previous video if you want to know what that means. Took that high day on Saturday and I'm still seeing the come down from that. So I know I will have more of that whoosh effect and I will see more of an accelerated result on the scale this week. Going to be a whole nother chat, because if we're after a body comp goal, why does the scale weight matter? Why do we track it? Factually, if your goal is fat loss and to lose fat mass, you will see the scale weight go down over time. It is the day-to-day fluctuations that we don't want to focus on, but ideally we do want to be tracking our scale weight daily to catch these fluctuations and to look at the trends over time, which ultimately is going to show us how much of a deficit we're actually creating over time, and then be able to use that data to accelerate our progress moving forward. As a coach, this is what I do. Incredible results. Work with the data, work with the facts. So if you are interested in seeing these results for yourself, implementing a 6-1 approach, getting stronger in the gym, I have something coming for you. So hit the link in my bio to join the Transform waitlist. Do you struggle to maintain your results and a lean physique that you love all year round? Meet my client Emily, who has broken free from just that. In this transformation, she lost 5 kilos in 12 weeks in prep for her first photo shoot. This is also her at her second photo shoot 12 months later, also maintaining a lean, toned, and strong physique that she loves. But her transformation goes far beyond this, and she too used to struggle with exactly what you're currently facing, which is how do you achieve your dream body and actually maintain it. Emily started her fitness journey 3 years ago in the gym, and like many of you, she was following workouts that she found on Instagram and actually seeing no results from them. She was also obsessed with the idea of being skinny, but wanted to be lean, toned, and strong, but didn't know what to do next. She came with me wanting to achieve just that. I immediately understood the vision and stripped back everything that she was doing, relaying the foundations, doing less in the gym, eating more food, and having a simple planned approach that only guarantees results. Started following a structured training program, dialed in her training, and ensured that she was getting stronger over time. Through following a plan and system that works, she finally achieved what she wanted. We built her glutes, her strength skyrocketed, she started doing pull-ups in the gym, then worked towards the next goal of a fat loss phase in prep for this shoot. After this, we focused on building calories back up, building strength up, building more muscle mass, continued living this lifestyle that she truly enjoys. We focused on fueling for performance, and because she has this newfound education, we actually moved away from tracking and then completed another photo shoot that we didn't actually diet for, because she truly maintains this lean physique year round. The goal isn't to chase fat loss forever, which is why I love my clients to go after both performance and body recomposition goals after getting lean. This is where the real magic happens. Train hard in the gym year round, you fuel accordingly, you will truly maintain a physique that represents just that all year round. I'm so proud of you, Em, and I cannot wait to see what we achieve next.